miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Miami Dolphins. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At their own 23-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open net is Waddle, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Young looks to throw on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
22 needle. 97. Ready?
Throwing. Young. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Now a first down throw for Young. Going for it all. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 29 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Jaguars 7, Dolphins 0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. Escapes the defender. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by Mingo, right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring, and he's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Young to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ready?
The play fake. Now Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback when there's extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Black shot.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Open man is Mingo, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.N. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, H.N. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run for it with Achane. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This one from 48 yards away.
A 48-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ready. 38.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Come on.
This 2nd and 4.
Julian Black. 6. Mega. 7.
Young now. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So here's a 3rd and 14. And they just get the play off. Now Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 43-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Drill green. Red cycle.
It's Young off play action. He's got a man complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that one results in 35 yards.
Here we go.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Young fakes a sweep and looks to throw off play action. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Young. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Shedding the tackle. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That one complete to Hill. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back to throw here.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And we both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it is what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 53 yards. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there. With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Third quarter from Miami. This is second and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Ready, set. Ready, set.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out of bounds.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Bryce Young with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
23-yard line.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, he looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He'll look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jags have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how Week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they... Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ready?
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19.
Striker, 3-3.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Young now from the 50. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Okay, 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 80 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Let's go now.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Jacksonville, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.